Hey, what's up everybody, TechChucker here, and today we've got a review, finally! Though it's late, we're still gonna do this because I love this set. This is the NECA Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, Rasputin and Genghis Frog, and I couldn't be more happy with this set. I am so excited. I was almost ready to buy these third party, and then I walked into Target and lo and behold, there they were! I'm like the last person to get them, it seems, so we're not gonna waste any more time. We're just gonna go ahead and jump right on into the review. Starting off with the sculpt and paint on these things, NECA just did an amazing job. They're just fun to look at, they're fun to pick up and play with, so 10 out of 10 when it comes to that. They have the exact same sculpt as far as I can tell. The only difference, there is one difference that I found, and that is on Rasputin, his little right cuff is kind of a flatter look than the one on Rasputin, or Genghis. So that's the only difference that I could find between the two. And I am completely fine with them using the exact same sculpt and just giving us slightly different paint. And when it comes to the paint, they knocked it out of the park. The coloring is so vibrant and so clean. These circles are absolutely perfect. Yes, there are some spots where there's a little bit of paint that might be missing, or, you know, in the joints, the paint starts to kind of chip off of the little joints, but I don't care. That's standard NECA fare. Necklaces are painted differently, and they did a great job. I absolutely love the way they look. Since they are the same sculpt, they should be the exact same height, so we'll just measure out Genghis here, and he's coming in at just around almost 5¼ inches tall. And then we'll go ahead and do some comparisons. We've got the Donatello from the cartoon pack, and he sits in pretty nice. He's a little bit taller. And then we've got a Triceraton. All of my figures seem to be in boxes right now, so I don't know where everything's at. So this is the best that I could find, and I couldn't find my Deadpool. So instead, we've got a different red guy. We've got this atrocious ninja who I don't really care for, but he's going to be our stand-in for the Marvel Legends. I think they size very, very well. The articulation on these is actually pretty darn good. The cartoon series can be a little hit or miss, but it's actually quite good on these. We're gonna do this one. We're gonna go ahead and look at Rasputin because they have the exact same articulation. So his head is on a double ball peg, and this actually works quite well. You know, you're not gonna get a massive amount of articulation or range of motion, but it's still pretty good. He can look up that far. He can look down that much, which is very nice. And then he can look side to side with no issues. And there is some very nice tilt. In the shoulders, he's got a ball hinge, and he can get his arm out pretty close to 90 degrees, which is very nice. He can swivel it all the way around, which is great. And then in the upper bicep, it's a little bit, you know, hidden, and I didn't realize it until one of them got loose, and I was like, oh, cool, there is an upper bicep swivel. You just need to hit it with some heat. I think this one is frozen. I got all but one of them, and I think this is the one that I missed. But it does rotate. There is also a peg in that elbow, so that rotates as well. And then there is a single joint in the elbow. Hit that with some heat. It doesn't quite go 90 degrees. That's a little disappointing. It is what it is, I guess. In the wrist, there is a peg and a hinge, and those work really well. Down in the torso, I believe it is, you know, maybe a double ball peg, I'm not sure, but it's a little limited in the forward crunch and the back arch. Not too bad. It does swivel, which is great, and then there is a side-to-side arch, which actually works pretty darn good. There is a waist swivel. That works good. And then down in the hips, he's got those T-jointed ball joints. These can get a little loose, and so you'll have to use the floor polish to get that tightened up a little bit. But he's got good range of motion. He can pretty much do the splits. He can kick forward pretty good amount. It does start pushing that leg out, but that's okay. And then he can kick back about that far. There is a swivel on the thigh. That works good. Again, that one is hidden, which is nice because then you don't see the joint, which is awesome. He's got double jointed knees. Those work really well. In the ankles, he's got a hinge in the ankle. He's able to get his foot back that far and forward a decent amount. There is an ankle rocker. It kind of goes at a weird angle sometimes, so just You know, I don't know, but it works really well. The only thing I don't care for, and it's really a sculpt issue, the crotch is a little bit wide, and so it can be a little bit tough to get his legs all the way in. I get he's a frog, and frogs are a little more bow-legged. Because of that, I don't know, it just can be a little bit difficult, especially since hips are loose, so they start kind of sliding out. But other than that, very pleased with it. One of the things I absolutely love about NECA and their figures is the amount and coolness of all of the accessories that they give us. Now, this is so many that you almost need 2 hands just to hold them all. Each of them comes with a total of 6 sets of hands. So Rasputin comes with 2 peace sign hands, and the fingers are a little bit soft and pliable, so they'll bend, which is awesome. And then you've got some weapon holding hands, some slightly more wide open hands, which is awesome. And then Genghis comes with 2 fist hands, which is cool. You don't get the fist hands for Rasputin. That would have been nice. But he gets 2 finger pointing hands. That's fun. And then a couple of weapon holding hands, which is awesome. Each of them comes with a pre-mutated baby frog, which is, these are so cool. Sure, look at that little frog butt. Little frog butt. We get 2 turtle communicators. These are super, I love these. As many as we can get, I'll keep taking them because they are so fun. Each of them gets a regular smiling face, and each of them gets kind of a scared, nervous face, and they're painted so well. I love the way that they look. I love the different tone of color. They're pretty easy to swap out, but you might need to heat it up before you do, just in case. We get a frog trap, and this thing is so well painted. There's great little details throughout here, and these little pieces or bits are raised, so there's just so many cool details, so you can, you know, display it with the frogs captured, which is an awesome little extra. Again, NECA just thinks of everything, and it's so nice. You know that they are thinking about the collector when they're doing this. We also get a disguise, which is so cool. This thing looks awesome. We can throw it on here. It fits all of the heads. It doesn't matter which one you're doing it on. It will fit on the surprised head, or it will fit on the regular smiling face, which is awesome. It's painted so well with that cartoon look, the little mustache. It's just, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna break. It's only held on with this little bit of the, whatever these things are called, from the glasses, but it still doesn't feel like it's gonna be brittle or break. So that is nice as well. And then they each have their weapons. Genghis has his axe, which is awesome looking. It has some really nice details. If you can see in there, there's some little like scratches on there from it being used. It's painted very nicely in that cartoon look. Mine's got a little bit of weird extra color. I don't know what that came from. It could be, heck, it could be a coffee stain for all I know. But it's painted really well, and he's able to hold it very easily, which is awesome. And then Rasputin comes with a bow and arrows, and this bow is superbly done. It is so nice. It's painted very, very well. This little string is actually very tight, which is pretty cool. I'm a little nervous to pull on it too much because I don't want it to break. So you're probably not going to be able to notch any arrows in here. But what's even cool here is there's a little bit of a knob here that you could rest the arrow on, which is kind of cool, and he holds it really well. And then he also comes with a quiver. I haven't tried putting this on his back quite yet. It's painted very nicely. This little strap does make me a hair nervous. It's soft and pliable, but I'm a little worried that that's going to detach at some point. He comes with 3 of these regular arrows. They're painted awesome. They fit right in the quiver, which is great. And then he comes with one last arrow, which is, it kind of looks like, gives me like a Looney Tunes sort of feel. I love that it's got the little eyes on there. It fits in the quiver as well. So it's just so amazing how many accessories these guys come with. I couldn't be more pleased with this set. I'm so happy that I found it out in the wild rather than having to pay third-party prices, which really I was getting a good deal. I was paying cost and shipping, which you can't ask for anything better than at cost and shipping. So if you do find this in the wild, you have got to get it. just because it's so nostalgic, it's so much fun. I can't wait for NECA to put out the other 2 frogs, because then we'll have the full set. How awesome will that be? There you have it, folks. I hope you enjoyed this review, even though it's super duper late, but I hope you enjoyed it. Hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, and the bell notification and all of that other crap, and I will see you in the next video.